Good afternoon, Ultimate Sports family. We're here live, Peabody Magnet High School, home of the WARHORSES and legendary coach, Hall of Fame coach Charles Smith. They welcome the Liberty Magnet Patriots, the best team in Division II in the state. They're number one. They're led by head coach Brandon White. He brings with him his star guy, Jacob Wilson. Jacob is just, man, he's doing it all. He's doing a lot. For Peabody, it's Braden Wagner, it's Kevin Jones, it's Markel McClain, it's Jordan Matthews. They don't have a three-headed monster. They have a four-headed monster. You better be ready to play, and they're hard to be here at home. So joining us for tonight's broadcast is an Alexandria, Louisiana legend in his own right. Please welcome Derek Kirk on the commentary and broadcast booth with us here tonight. What's up, Derek?
What's up, brother? Thank you for having me, man. I just feel privileged to be able to call this game with you, and you guys are tuned in for a top-notch battle here today. I'm looking forward to seeing how the WARHORSES handle Liberty because they come in ready to play.
Hey, it's a heavyweight battle. That's the way I view it from my eyesight. Again, Liberty is one of the best teams in the state, and Peabody, well, they're always in the top 20. Always.
Definitely. And like I said, this is going to be a great test for both teams heading into, taking a break from district play to play this game. And I want to see how both teams respond.
Hey, we'll be right back after the introduction.
At guard, number 05, 6'5" senior, Jacob Wilson. At guard, number 3, a 6-foot sophomore, Howard Gaskins Jr. At guard, number 12, a 6'2" senior, Cam Newman. At guard, number 20, a 6'8" junior, Eddie Kobacher. At the center, number 32, 6'6", and the list of the Patriots and Rouge, who are the weapons of the world famous and world mountains. I said Peabody! I said Peabody! Number 11, 28. Zero division play. The Hall of Famer, head coach, Coach Charles Smith, assistant coach Kevin Smith, recognized John Ford, and the principal is Stewart. And now starting five with the 24-4-0, 7-8 WARHORSES. And guard number 1, a 6'2" senior, Brian Fielder. And guard number 19, a 6'2" senior, and guard number 23, 6'4" junior, as well as the 21, a 6'4" sophomore, Justin Burns. And the senior guard, number 43, 6'5" sophomore,
Hey, man, I love watching the introductions. Just seeing the kids, the energy the kids are bringing into the ball game tonight. And guess what? They know and understand that this is a big ball game for both teams. This game right here can propel some great confidence heading into the playoffs, which is only 2.5 weeks away from round one.
And I tell you what, guys, Liberty has made the trip. They are locked and loaded. They got fans. They got cheerleaders. They got a dance line. They ready to go to work.
Man, hey, again, I envy people who go to do something and don't love what they do, or they're angry and mad about what they do, because I get to do something I love every single day and don't get paid for it. So,
that's it, man. If you're a ball fan, stay tuned. This should be a good battle.
Hey, hit that subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button. Tip is won by Peabody. Peabody in white, trimmed in hunter green. Liberty in royal blue, trimmed in red and white.
Liberty applying great ball pressure.
3 ball, no good.
Off the mark.
The shot was by Kevin Jones. Liberty gets the ball across. Jacob Wilson, he's one of the primary ball handlers for Liberty. He's very good at this game.
Liberty's postman is looking to establish position. It's an offensive rebound by number 32, Quentin Henry.
Peabody gets it in. Markel McClain, who has been moved to the point guard position for the rest of the season for Peabody, looks to get involved early and often and get everyone else involved. Mid-range game.
Mid-range jumper good, Markel McClain.
Again, I love that move because now Markel isn't waiting to get involved in the game. He has to get going early.
And it's a transition for him. They wanted to make some changes. He brings senior leadership, so they trying him out at that new position. He's handled it well so far. Great baseline move by number 32 for Liberty, Quentin Henry.
Good move by Henry. He was aggressive the last time we had him on against Port Allen. He did a great job doing just what he did, getting to the rack and rebounding. Jacob Wilson misses the runner. The lefty player.
McClain up the sideline to Jones. Jones baseline. Off the glass, he misses. Offensive rebound. Matthews is fouled.
Matthews will go to the line to shoot a pair.
As Lewis goes foul, team first at the line of 43, Jordan Matthews. 2 shots.
Foul on reasons for the Patriots. Again, Jordan Matthews will shoot 2 free throws. Peabody has been up and down a lot this year. And again, they just have to get used to playing in different areas and the way they come. The game doesn't change, or what you do doesn't change just because you're in a different region of the state. You have to adapt, adjust, and overcome, because Liberty has done the same thing. They're recent winners of the gold division at the Tarkanian Classic in Las Vegas, and that's some adapting.
I say Liberty seems to be handling the hostile environment well.
Shot no good by Jacob Wilson. Foul on the play. Foul's going to go against number 0, Jacob Wilson. Jacob is going to be first team All-State, first team All-Metro, first team All-District, district MVP, and he's earned every bit of it.
McClain bringing it up to pressure from number 12. He seems to be handling it. Mid-range jumper.
Mid-range, no good. Rebound, Quentin Henry. Talking to the coaches before the game, one thing Coach Smith said was that they got to control the glass, and Henry is showing you why right now, because he has, I think, 3 or 4 rebounds total already.
Yeah, he's doing a great job controlling the boards. It's going to be interesting to see how that battle between him and Matthews turns out during this game.
Glaskins is another guy that Liberty looks to. He's a scorer. He loves to get in the lane. He loves to shoot the mid-range. So you cannot take your eye off him because he puts in work.
Liberty with pressure once again. Kevin Jones with it on the sideline. Steal by Liberty. They're pushing in transition. Euro step. Slips.
No foul called on the play.
Turnover by Braden Wagner. Looks like Liberty's pressure is flustering Peabody a little bit. Looks like Liberty wants to speed them up.
This is what Jacob does right here. He surveys the defense and then figures out the best plan of attack. And guess what? Foul's going to be against number 15, Markel McClain. But watch, you'll see Jacob do that all game. He'll retrieve dribble and see the court, and then he may pull it up from 27, or he may get all the way to the rim and go poke on your head. What do you say? Don't play on my time. Shot no good.
Offensive rebound.
Another foul. This time foul's going to go against number 20, Edward Kornbacher.
I'll tell you what, guys, these guys are physical under the basket. It looks like the refs are calling it close. They're definitely going to have to adjust if they want to stay in the game.
Klein goes right, pull up mid-range, no good. This time foul on Jordan Matthews. Hey, stay tuned tonight. After this broadcast, we have a special edition of Off the Bench Sports Prep News. See what we're talking about tonight on my ride home. Hey, gonna have a great show for you. Some great guests, great panel lined up. You have to just be in the moment to be a part of the moment. Inside, great defense. Henry gets another rebound. Shot no good, though. Wagner, let's see what he got. Kicks it. Good ball rotation. Kevin Jones in the corner. Inside.
In the post of Justin Burns. He gets tied up.
Braden Wagner, the inbound, he's being defended by Jacob Wilson. Kornbacher defending.
Step back three-pointer, Markel McClain.
Good rebound and putback by number 31, Montreal Miles.
So, when you watch the replay, it's like that screen gonna come up, right? But you gotta just touch outside the screen and it's gonna go away and it's gonna bring it back to the
Turnover against the Peabody Warhorses. Glasgow gets it across the division line now. He's being defended by Wagner. Wilson being defended by McClain. Switch comes. Wilson in the lane. Floater. No good.
Off defensive rebound by McClain. And so Liberty's continuing to apply pressure, like I said, just to speed them up. Kevin Jones goes baseline. Offensive foul call.
.241 left in the first period. Again, both teams filling each other out. And that happens sometimes when there's an air of unfamiliarity with both teams. But as the game progresses, you will see both teams give their very best effort.
Back in the day, this would be a preview of a playoff matchup as both these teams are 4A, but because of the split, we got to take what we can get.
Right.
Number 12 on the line. Cam Newman, 2 shots.
Reason shooting free throws for the Liberty Patriots. First one good. Gives Liberty a 1-point lead. Finch is doing a great job so far, man. I like to give them credit where credit is due. Now, I hope I don't say that and then they go haywire.
Well, I don't know if the coaches agree with you because 8 first quarter fouls is quite a bit, but these boys got to settle down and play to these officials.
Another turnover. Oh, possession will stay with Peabody, but that was a bad pass by Wagner right there. You can't pass the ball across the packed lane.
McClain on the wing, pop back out to Wagner, 3-point up. It's off the mark. Offensive rebound, Matthews, 2-pointers good. This game is shaping up to be a battle, guys. 8-8 in the first quarter. 2 4A powerhouses.
Jacob Wilson gets his first basket of the game. He gets going. He's hard to stop.
Liberty again applying pressure. Peabody gets across half court. Turnover by Jordan Matthews. Layup good by Wilson.
Warhorses get the ball in bounds. Almost said Patriots.
Trap at half court. Warhorses beat it. Pass to the wing. High post. Jordan Matthews good.
That's a good thing. Matthews getting involved offensively early because sometimes he'll not do nothing as far as making an attempt to be aggressive to score the ball, and they're better when he scores because it opens up the exterior for the shooters.
Absolutely. Growing pains with the sophomore, but he's got a bright future.
Foul called against Kevin Jones. Junior guard for Peabody. 2 shots for number 31, Montreal Miles. First shot, no good. Number 11 enters the ball game. Tay Jackson. Jackson is a scorer. His parents were both collegiate athletes, so the game is in it. Second free throw good for Peabody. Liberty Magnet. Man, I'm honored, Coach Kurt, to be here at the Emerald Palace. This is my first game at the Emerald Palace, man.
And hopefully it won't be your last, man. I like to give people their kudos, and Mr. Grayson's doing great things for the athletes in the state, man, and we need to get his guys roses when he can appreciate them and smell them, man. He does a lot of selfless work for these kids around the state, and we need to get on board and help him out. You can start by clicking that subscribe.
Hey, thank you, man. At the end of the day, though, is really, you know, everybody want to be honored for what they do, especially when they do stuff that helps kids be better and see a different opportunity. But I'm just grateful to be able to do something that I love, man. And that's from a place of love. Hey! She gangster. You want something to drink?
Trap at half court, pass to McClain. High post again, Jordan Matthews. Off the mark, Liberty with the rebound.
Good call, traveling violation call to Liberty.
I don't have official stats, but it looks like Henry has about 9 rebounds already in his first quarter. Corner.
Hey, I never understood this right here. Why they always stop momentum when the nets get hung up. That's not going to stop a shooter. A dude that can really shoot, when he's shooting his next shot, the ball's going through the net. Last shot of the period, no good. Hey, we'll be back after this break. Second period underway. Liberty Magnet Patriots 13. Peabody WARHORSES 13. 5-second violation. Liberty has picked up the energy, coach.
Like I say, guys, this is shaping up to be a heavyweight battle, and I'm glad I'm in the house.
All right.
Markel with the ball at the top of the key. Good pressure being applied by Liberty. Mid-range jumper off the mark.
Hey, Markel really can handle the ball, man.
There was a natural transition to get him to the point. They needed to get that leadership there. I tell you what, guys, there's a lot of hustle being shown. These guys know the importance of this game.
I agree, coach. And both of these teams can flat out play. They aren't where they are because somebody gave them something.
Corner three-ball, Markel McClain off the mark. Liberty pushing in transition. Contested layup, great shot.
Gets his second basket of the game. Offensive foul, good call.
He made it too easy.
Second target call called against Kevin Jones. You have to know you gotta make a jump stop there. That's basketball 101 that you should learn as 6, 7, 8-year-old as a beginner hooper. But these guys are coming up with these kids. They aren't doing shit. I'm gonna say that. They gotta do a better job of teaching our kids skill set at a young age. So now, when they get to this point, coaches just have to finesse the game instead of be trying to teach full-fledged skill sets.
Absolutely. He was set up perfectly for that charge. I mean, he was there long enough to get nachos. Peabody looks to be extending their defensive pressure. I love Liberty's patience.
That's what good teams do, Coach. They're patient enough to lull you to sleep and then give you a black eye with a basket.
Great ball fake, mid-range jumper.
Jackson misses the mid-range. Foul's going to go against Quentin Henry. I think that's going to be his second foul. Looking at Coach Smith on the bench, he's not very happy right now. And you got to play the right way if you play for Charles Smith. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. Number 2 just checked into the game.
John Ricks checks in for Peabody. And I tell you what, he's normally instant offense, but I'm going to be interested to see how he handles this pressure. Step back three-pointer, Braden Wagner is good.
Nice shot. That's Wagner's first basket of the game. That basket also gives Peabody a 1-point lead here at the Emerald Palace. Man. They got scoreboards everywhere here in the Emerald Palace. I don't like that call right there. That was more of incidental contact to me than a tripping foul, because guess what? A tripping foul is an intentional act.
Absolutely, absolutely. You can get your feet tied up just on a hustle play. It's unfortunate.
Quentin Richard will go to the line to shoot free throws. His second time going to the line tonight. Let's see what he gives us. 1 or 2. He's going to make 1. I can guarantee you that.
I can't stress it enough, man. I really like the poise of this Liberty team. This Peabody gym is hostile, and those guys are definitely handling the pressure.
I agree, Coach. Front end on 1-and-1, no good. Grassley gets the rebound, and I was wrong. I'm hardly ever wrong. Oh, good job by Rick seeing the floor, but number 21.
Justin Burns.
Got to catch that pass.
Absolutely.
You got to sprint in transition. Wilson with the ball. He has Matthews out. Great job by Markel McClain in getting Matthews. He just saved Matthews. And look, somebody else needs to save him and get his butt back there on the block where he belongs.
But he's got 2 fouls. They can't afford for him to pick up number 3.
Right. A lot of subbing, keeping kids fresh. Number 12 re-enters the ball game. Cameron Reasons for Liberty Magnet. 3 ball. No good.
Off the mark. Great offensive rebound, number 12.
Wagner gets the rebound. Brings it up.
Wagner to the basket.
Oh, great job of not dragging that back foot by Braden Wagner.
Up top to John Ricks. They're playing man. Great crossover dribble. Goes baseline out of bounds.
Just over 4 minutes left. 8 points scored in the first half around this time. Now in the middle of the second half, second period, only 8 points scored by both teams essentially. So they're still filling each other out. But again, they're high-powered offenses, so they're going to pick their play up.
Great mid-range jumper.
Boston, as I said, that adds 2 for Liberty.
Cross-court pass to Wagner. 3 ball up. Off the mark. Offensive rebound, Wagner.
Wagner's another guy that can put points on the board, and he can do it at a high rate. Good save by Burns. Barnes. But if he don't take that bad forced shot, he doesn't have to try to hustle to get that rebound.
You hit the nail on the head. Liberty isn't going to beat themselves, so shot selection is going to be important for the Warhorses. Liberty in the paint, tough layup.
They got quick hit. Gets 2 more. Wagner, mid-range. No good. Wagner needs to get to the free throw line so he can find his rhythm. Henry jumps up again. Shot no good, gets his own rebound, deflected out of bounds on the block. Jordan Matthews with the block for Peabody. 3-point lead for Liberty Magnet. Under 3 minutes. 3 ball.
Good.
Add it up. 6-point lead for Liberty. Let's see what Peabody answers with.
Cross-court pass to Wagner. Ball fake, baseline jumper, Matthews off the mark. Tip in off the mark.
Coach, you said it a few minutes ago, rich instant offense for Peabody, and the smallest guy on the court goes inside with the trees and gets a big rebound and +1 opportunity.
Free throw good.
Henry inbounds the ball to Glaskins. Inside. Good move, Jacob Wilson.
Catches McClain ball watching. Liberty is a savvy ball club. You got to be on your heels at all times.
Jacob Wilson is one of the candidates for Player of the Year. And you see why. He's smooth and silk, and it's hard to rattle Jacob Wilson.
2-hand dunk by Justin Burns seems to get the crowd fired up. Great cut by number 3 for Liberty.
Howard Glaskins go to the line with 2 free throws for Liberty.
Now the Raiders versus 19 foul. At round 3, Howard Glaskins shoots 2 shots.
First free throw off the mark. Second free throw is good. Liberty up 25-21.
Warhorses get to the cross. Blocking foul call. Now, I got an issue with that call. You bailed Wagner out. Wagner lost his footing, and then he attacked the basket like he was a running back for Harry Coleman and the Peabody Warhorses. And how you get a block out of that, I don't know.
I got to agree with you. He was out of control.
I'm going to tell Coach Coleman that he needs to sign Harry Braden up for tailback. Rebound, no good. Man, I was talking to Coach Brandon White for Liberty Magnet before the game, and you know, he said a lesson he wants to learn from this game is learning how to win against a championship coach like Charles Smith. And that means that you have to have poise, patience, and understanding of where you are within the game. And guess what? He's over there now giving instructions to his ball club.
Bad turnover by the Warhorses from senior guard Wagner. You can't take a 5-second call in that situation.
McClain gets to the cross inside. Matthews at the elbow. Floater no good by Matthews. Again, one thing that Coach Smith said was controlling the rebounds, fouled on Barnes. Nobody is rebounding for Peabody right now. And when I say nobody, who do I mean?
Nobody.
Nobody. They're being out-rebounded 4-1 right now, and that's bad numbers if you're the home team.
And that's in the bonus, guys. That's 10 fouls. You got a lot of sloppy play going on in the defensive end, and that typically comes from frustration from mistakes on the offensive end.
Right. I agree, Coach.
First free throw is good. They'll be with a 7-point lead. Second free throw off the mark.
Inside, Barnes.
And
one. That's good. Plus one opportunity. Barnes, don't do all that. Look at the scoreboard, Barnes. You're down 5. It's no need for that. Get back in the ball game, get a lead, and then act like you've done something. You scoring 2 points while you're losing. It's only 2 points. Agree or disagree?
I agree.
Then
He misses the free throw.
That should have been focusing opportunity for you. Hit,
Corner
rebound.
3. It's good.
Bottom of the net. Whistle blown. Foul's gonna go against number 30. Jaquin Taylor for Liberty Magnet. Montreal Miles will replace him. First foul on Jaquin Taylor in the ball game. Seconds remaining in the half. Great first half of action. Remember just 3.5 minutes ago, the score was 16-15. Well, that number has doubled for Peabody and for Liberty, add 7 to Peabody 16. Halftime, we'll be back after the break. Second half about to get underway. Liberty Magnet 31, Peabody 23. 16 more minutes to ball. Coach, what's your detractors from the first half?
Well, Peabody has to definitely be able to manage the pressure. They have to take care of the ball. And before I can finish saying it, there's a turnover and a mid-range jumper by Liberty. Got to manage turnovers, handle Liberty's pressure. They're 100% not going to beat themselves. So it's going to be interesting to see if the Warhorses can settle down and get back in this game.
In JUCO action, Bossier Parish beats number 2 ranked Kilgore on the road, 109-101. Man, great job by Dipsy. I think that's what they're associated as. Yeah, we show JUCO love on Off the Bench Sports as well.
Liberty puts you in transition, pull up 3. That's big, folks. And he knocks it down.
Opens up an 11-point lead for Liberty Magnet. Markel McClain gets to the cross, being defended by Jacob Wilson. Now, again, it never fails. It never fails. You give him a compliment. It was not Wilson's fault that McClain, all he did was he was too far on his heel, on the side of his foot. And he slipped. That was on McClain. Bad foul. That's Wilson's 3rd foul. Now he got to come out.
They got him with 2 on the board, Coach.
I think that's wrong. I think that's his 3rd foul. He got 1 early in the first and 1 in the second.
McClain comes to a jump stop, baseline pass to Jones, and he's fouled.
Again, when you talk about Liberty Magnet this year, they're used to getting quality wins. They've beaten Zachary, they've beaten Beauchamp, they've beaten North Central, 3 of the hottest teams in their classification. So they know how to win big games, as you said, Coach. They're not going to give this one away.
Like I said, they're definitely poised, and I'm impressed by this ball club.
When you look at it, on the other hand, now Peabody, I'm sorry, those were Peabody's wins. So Peabody knows how to win, but Liberty knows how to win as well, as they have 2 wins against. They got 2 wins against Scotlandville, a win against Madison Prep, and a very tough Walker Wildcats. So both teams know how to win. Peabody, can I be honest?
You can be honest.
They're playing like girls right now.
I agree.
You have to start in your role. And again, I don't agree with that crap. Now, you know Henry has been the best player on the court tonight. Why call a double technical in the first instance they have? And now this man has to sit the rest of the game. He has to sit to at least 4 minutes left in the 4th. That's bad officiating.
Well, that's a big call for both teams, because picking up the double technical, that's also Jones's 4th foul. So both teams lose a starter on that play.
Officials are supposed to help the game, not hurt the game. That double tech hurt the game of high school basketball on this day. And that's not what they're supposed to do. The high school sport is about teaching kids how to play the right way, teaching them about sportsmanship, about honor, and about the privilege of being able to play this game that they say they love. Timeout, Peabody. Peabody inbounds the ball. Not a good time as Jordan Matthews is up to bring the ball across. McClain passes left inside to Matthews. Matthews to McClain. Back to Matthews. No foul called on the play. That should have been a foul. Barnes gets the rebound. The slap was heard across the building. Plus one opportunity for Justin Barnes.
No, sir. Offensive foul was called by the referees. Offensive foul called by the referees. Two huge fouls on the Warhorses to begin this quarter, guys. That's the fourth foul on Justin Burns, and they also have Kevin Jones on the bench with 4 fouls.
No words. Because the words I'm going to say are not going to be pleasant. Inside, pass lost by Liberty. Deflected out of bounds, down by Glasson. Liberty will have the ball on the lower sideline. This guy's been absent all game. Jaden Baker gets his first action of the night. He must be on timeout. I mean, hold up. Do they punish or put in timeout at Liberty, at Peabody?
He wasn't on punishment, but he wasn't in the game either.
Shot no good. Oh, wow. Baker gets a foul. 1 minute, 1 second into the game.
That's his first foul, third team foul. Liberty ball.
Last year, he was close. No comments.
I'm pretty sure the fans paid tonight to see the players and not the referees. 7 fouls within the first 3 minutes of this half, guys.
That's what Max Chauvin always said. Nobody came here to see your ass. Put that whistle up until you need
it. And right on cue, we had foul number 8 for the half. Foul number 8 for the half.
That may be the very reason why both teams can't get a good flow, because every 7, 8 seconds, the whistle is being blown.
And you get a no-brainer call and no whistle is blown.
Right. No comment. Great hospitality here tonight by the Peabody Warhorses and Coach Smith and his staff. Basket by number 11, Tate Jackson.
Liberty's opened up a 12-point lead. Peabody definitely has to respond before this game gets out of hand. Cross-court pass to McClain. Dribbles baseline. 4-minute, 39-second mark of the third quarter. And we are 9 fouls in, folks. 9 fouls in.
Foul on Montreal Miles. Braden Wagner inbounded on the baseline. I like that inbound play, man. Everybody runs it, but when ran right, when ran properly, when ran properly, it's set to get the inbounder corner three. And it's a beautiful shot, beautiful play when done right. Liberty with the ball. Vasquez in the middle of the floor, being defended by Wagner. Takeaway, out of bounds. Possession will remain with Liberty.
Liberty coach a little upset here, but I think he wants to show a little patience on offense with this 10-point lead and one of his starters in foul trouble.
And his best player hasn't played extremely well yet. Takeaway by Rick. Rick's three ball, no good. Rebound Matthews. Whistle blows.
Blocking foul and one opportunity for Jordan Matthews on the play. I can be honest with you folks and say that I don't see any consistency to what's being called on the floor.
It's definitely a risky business in refereeing here at the Emerald Palace tonight. You got to have consistency. Not only does it make a good suit or a good student, it makes for a great basketball game. Jordan Matthews to complete the +1 opportunity. Basket is good.
Liberty showing great patience on offense. Drive by number 3. Blocked by Jordan Matthews in
the mid. Cameron Reason puts one high off the square. Hey, did you hit a third from the shot off the backboard? It was there.
The old saying is you didn't call it, it didn't count, but it's on the board.
Timeout, Liberty Magnet. We'll be back.
Mid-range jumper by Braden Wagner is good.
Let's see how the old ball bounces for Peabody after a made shot on the set play by Coach Smith and company. Defensive intensity, that's what we need to start at 3 ball. Good.
Great answer by Liberty on the play.
Tap out, you touch it. It didn't light up, it ain't there. Now here, play real quick. Did I get it?
Yep.
Hit me real quick. Peabody gets the ball across. Wagner to Matthews. Matthews to Rick. Spin. I love a little guy that's not scared to go in with the trees. Great hustle by Miles. Montreal Miles. Fouls on the play. Foul's going to go against number 1, Braden Wagner. I'm going to just go out on a limb and say this, Coach. It's not been the entire energy we've been looking for, but it's been a lot of action. It's just, again, it's been so many, I don't want to say bad foul calls, but just a lot of foul calls that keep stopping the action. This is a 4A ball club on both sides of the table. You got to let them play like 4A ball clubs. If not, what are we doing here?
And you mentioned it earlier. It's hard to get a flow going when the game is getting stopped every few seconds.
If you can't handle being in the big game, give up officiating. You control the game with your mouth, not with the whistle. Missed a traveling violation now. Riggs gets the rebound. Lashley, good ball handle. I did not see that foul, man. All I saw was good, hard-nosed defense by Braden Wagner.
At the risk of sounding like a homer, I'm gonna stay out of it. But I tell you, it's been some touchy calls both ways.
I just didn't see a foul, man. I'm sorry. Hey, and guess what? In the words of my guy, C. Wallace, the ball don't lie. First free throw no good by Liberty. Second free throw no good by Liberty. Ball deflected out of bounds. McClain inbounds it to Ricks.
Cross court pass to McClain. 3-pointer up. Off the mark. Loose ball. Jordan Matthews elbow jumper, and it's good.
Matthews has been the best player on the court in the Peabody uniform tonight.
The sophomore definitely playing ahead of his years. He's keeping the WARHORSES in the game. And once again, Liberty answers. Drive to the basket, good with an and-one opportunity. And the old-fashioned three-pointer is good. McClain dribbling up to pressure. Wagner has the ball up top.
Wagner hasn't been involved in the game.
Ricks to the hole.
Good offensive foul. again, watch this. I'm going to say this now. These are both for a ball club. If they can't play through a little light contact, they shouldn't be at a 4A school. And basketball is what, Coach?
It's a contact sport. It's a contact sport.
That's all I'm saying. 3 ball,
Off
no
the
good
mark.
by Wilson. Jaden Baker gets the rebound, skips. Rich off the square. Wow. He's not going to be invited back to the River Valley. This is why I love high school sports. 10-point lead for the Liberty Magnet Patriots. 45-35. Under 1 minute remaining in the third period. Great ball game. Markel McClain defending Jacob Wilson.
Tough drive. Mid-range off the front of the rim. McClain pushing in transition into the basket. And I can tell you what, folks, Coach Smith is hot under the collar after 3 offensive foul calls in a row. And I think he's got a gripe, folks.
He yielded to the official who was the trail official who was with the play. And the trail official didn't make a call. He called timeout. The fans are livid. Hey, in the official's defense, the block charge is the hardest call to make in any level. High school, college, pro, or pee-wee. Block charge is the hardest. The fans
I can tell you what, folks, this is a playoff atmosphere. This is a playoff atmosphere. Win or lose, both teams will be better for the battle that's taking place today.
Hey, I just got to say this. Peabody hasn't shown the greatness that's been Peabody over the years. What's going to spark him in tonight's ball game to light a fire under them?
Well, they were down against Zachary at the Big Dave Classic by 17, and they were one of the few teams who were able to beat Zachary. So we're going to hope that they chime into some of that magic and come back. But I tell you what, Liberty's not going to help them.
If you aren't watching this game, what the hell are you doing? Hit that share button.
Liberty holding for the last shot.
3 ball. Uh-oh, he goes all the way. Offensive foul call on the play. On Jacob Wilson, it's going to be his 3rd foul. Number 20 enters the ball game for Wilson, Edward Kornbacher. Shout out to my guy, Preston Edwards. Hey, go follow him on Twitter at PEEDEE1906 for all the latest coverage in high school sports and some really great articles. I love that dude. He's one of the best in prep hoops in the state. Hey, y'all, I was trying to get the dancing for you. I always love to see when the kids, what is that called, that dancing call that we doing, Coach? Liberty's on it. Liberty's on it. They keep tumbling. They're tumbling. Yay! Hey, joining us right now, the color commentary for the rest of the ball game. Please welcome my friend Casey Appletree. He's an associate head coach at Louisiana College in Alexandria, Pineville, Louisiana. What's up, Coach?
I'm glad I made it to this game. We just finished our game, and you know this is the biggest test I've seen people on the other home. The hardest one they've had. You know, they might lose this game. But, it's not over yet, so anybody can win this one.
Right.
I'm really excited so far.
7-point lead for the Patriots. 7 minutes plus to go in the game. A lot of basketball left to play. And again, you never know how the rubber ball, well, in this case, the leather ball is gonna bounce.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, me and Coach Brandon White from Liberty, we were both graduate assistants here at Southern, so I told him I'll make it through this game. I know he's had a good team. You know, this year they're one of the best teams in the state. And they're showing it tonight. See if they can finish this one off there.
Liberty being patient with the ball, and the Warhorses are trying to get a stop, folks. That is a clutch drive for Liberty. The lead is back up to 10 or 7. I'm sorry.
I really feel like Peabody is going to have to make a choice, either double team Jacob Wilson and let them, you know, shoot some maybe open 3-pointers, or they're going to just keep out the play them one-on-one. But I don't think that's really working for them. So I really feel like if they're going to have a shot, they're going to need to double down on him.
The thing that attracted me immediately to start the fourth period was both teams put their players back on the floor. Peabody brought Kevin Jones back in. Liberty brought Jacob Wilson back in. Now, again, Liberty has done their job. Their players have come to play. They didn't drive 2.5 hours to watch the game. But guess what? From Markel McClain, Brayton Wagner, Kevin Jones, they've been absent all ball games. When are they going to show up tonight, Coach?
Right, you know, this is the thing. If they show up big at the end of the game, they'll actually forget about the rest of it. They got to do it. They can't, you know, roll over and take this loss on here. I know at Peabody, they're going to play pressure defense, they're going to deny, and they can make a streak happen at any time. It could be 1 minute, 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes, and get right back in this game.
Offensive foul away from the ball underneath the basket on Liberty, number 3. Wagner bringing the ball up the floor for the Warhorses. Another ref stoppage.
And no, he's not calling the foul this time. Clock error, so we're trying to get the clock straight. But again, the issue from my vantage point, and I have the best vantage in the gym, Wagner, McClain, and Jones have been missing. They left Jordan Matthews out there to fight by himself all night, and it's one person isn't going to beat Liberty.
Somebody's got to step up. Somebody's got to step up and try.
Wagner brings it across. Skip pass to Kevin Jones. Back up top for Wagner. 3-pointer. Top of the key, and it's off.
They got to make shots like that. They're going to win this game. They got to make shots like that.
Well, when I look at that shot, the first thing I see was it looked like he just took a shot to take a shot. I didn't see an energy that said that, hey, I need to knock this basket down to get my team going.
I agree. I don't see him with his normal confidence. And if Peabody's going to get back in this game, he definitely has to be a part of it.
I think the guy, big shot. Ella Kornbacher with the 3. I think the guy, when I think about Peabody, and yes, because I love the way his game is exclamated, I always look at Markel McClain to get them going when they're down. And if they're going to get back in this game, it has to be on the arms of Markel McClain.
While I'm here, you know, I want to give a shout out to Lance Brasher and Ash. They had another big win last night I was at against Ruskin.
McClain with the mid-range jumper off the mark.
This video.
I'm sorry. I be trying I feel like I'm a NBA announcer when they have the table guy announcing. But hell, I can't understand what he's saying. Crazy play. Ball goes out of bounds. Liberty's possession. What you got, Coach Appletree?
You know, I think Liberty's going to start running some clock. And Peabody's going to have to start picking up and trapping a little bit. It's going to be not going to have enough time to come back.
I'll tell you what, you can't allow them to get another big three in the next minute.
Give you those fouls.
No, you got to earn the game now.
Peabody bringing the cross in the post to Matthews. It's off Matthews. Liberty ball. Peabody has to show some poise if they want to get back into this game. They have to show some poise if they're going to get back into this game.
Again, the one thing, I talked to Coach Charles Smith, head coach for the Peabody WARHORSES, a lot. He loves this team he has here, this 2021, 2022 ball club. The one thing that he doesn't like is their lack of consistency, their inability to play through tough times within the game.
I would agree. Their season has been up and down, and the seniors need to show poise if they're going to make that regular top 28 run that they make.
Peabody's got to make somebody besides Bigger.
Kevin Jones fouls out. That's his fifth foul. And 3 of those were picked up in the first quarter. This is when that double technical comes back and haunts him.
Right. I agree 100% on that. But again, I say this always, what do you have in your bag that you can bring other than maybe scoring or getting a rebound? IQ is one of those things you gotta have in your bag because you know you're key to what Peabody does, and you just can't commit a dumb foul to get you fouled out of the ball game.
Coaches are gonna always work the officials to try to get calls in their favor, but ultimately it's up to the players to make adjustments to how the referees are calling. If you know something is a foul in the first quarter, chances are it's going to be a foul in the fourth quarter.
I understand when you're down, you got to make those 50-50 plays, but you can't allow yourself to foul.
Right. And now, again, I use this in my everyday life. So when I was a young kid, in my early 20s, late 19s, if I did something dumb, I would always compound it by doing something dumber immediately after. And that looks like what Peabody is doing right here. Instead of playing solid defense and mirroring the basketball, what does Ricks do? He commits another foul and allows them to walk the court to get a front end of a 1-and-1. And now they're getting points without the clock moving, which hurts you, Peabody. That's called basketball IQ.
McClain with the ball on the wing. Peabody definitely needs a basket here. Back over to McClain. Three-pointer up. Off the mark.
Peabody's not hitting shots. They got to start getting some offensive rebounds. They can't go one and gone down the court every time. Not enough time for that. Liberty's going to hold the ball. They're going to try to take a minute off the clock every time.
Well, that's what basketball IQ teaches you. And I know Coach Charles Smith teaches intelligence. And again, the referees kill the momentum. Who cares that the net is stuck? Peabody.
The other net's been stuck for the whole quarter. You can see it.
Right. Peabody was ready to push the ball in transition, and they stopped the play.
3-point off the mark. Matthews offensive rebound. Back up. Off the mark.
Essentially, wow. They didn't get the offensive rebound. Essentially, they still got the ball. They got to crash hard every time.
So,
Liberty's not going to push the ball in transition. They're going to try to hold it.
Right.
They need to send 5 guys to the glass every shot.
Toward the chair from under, Barnes hits his bottom. Again, so all my life I've heard if your jumper isn't falling, then you get to the free throw line to get a rhythm, to get your shot going. And Peabody's hasn't been going in all game. Not trying to tell somebody what to do, but I'm going to put the ball in my best dribble drive attacker's hands, maybe go 1-4 low, and say, go to your basket.
Absolutely. They're playing for the three-pointer, so why not drive it and try to get an and one? They want the same amount of points. Get in there, get to the free throw line, and stop the clock and get your defense set as well. Make you on the press.
Liberty is up big in this game, and they're still continuing to hustle on every play. Like I said, I'll go on a limb and say that you'll see Liberty at the top 28 points.
Timeout, Peabody Warhorses. Full timeout. We'll be back. Barnes is arrogant. Shot no good by Justin Barnes. Oh, bad foul by Matthews. Quentin Henry gets the rebound, passes it, and it's foul. I'm looking at this thing, and again, you can't miss 1-foot shots at the basket.
Now 17 with 2 minutes.
Again, man, sometimes I just need to shut up. It won't be this time, though. That was bad. You can't miss 1-foot shots. Cameron Reasons makes the first free throw. And again, I'm going to say, and I say this every ball game I do, when you go back and look at all the 1-foot baskets, 2-foot baskets, shots within 10 feet from the basket that kids miss, that may be what you need to work on in your mid-range game.
Liberty continue to put pressure on the Warhorses, and they come up with a steal.
Coach, I'm sorry that wasn't a steal. He took that ball away from Matthews.
I'll agree, but it's got to go in the books as a steal.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a little bit too late for
It's going to be a little bit too late. It's going to be a little bit too late for the Warhorses. Like I said, I'm really impressed with Liberty's poise. They came in the mouth and the belly of the beast, and it looks like they're going to come out of here with a win.
You know, so that ball that says body, it's funny sometimes. And when you got guys that can really score the ball like Braden Wagner and Markel McClain, it just takes one shot, and they can hit 4 or 5 threes in the course of 25 to 35 seconds. So let's be patient and see how it flows. Rick's 3, no good. He just called jump ball. First one all game.
Yes.
First one all game.
Everybody's got to learn from this game. You know, those guys got to learn, you know, not to take anybody for granted at home. Not to give it to you. And in the playoffs, you have tough games like this. You're going to have tough games. Guys got to step up. They got to learn from this.
They're still on the inbounds on a lazy pass. Layup by Liberty is good.
Yep, you know it's over. Liberty putting the JV player on.
Who won the JV game?
Liberty, look, really? Yeah, look, go over there, look. Go to video clips. Now, pull it over there. Go to the white at the top.
Right.
At the top, yeah.
Right here?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Ball goes out of bounds. Markel McClain.
That's how the game's going.
Yeah.
You know?
Liberty definitely thinks this one is over. They put the JV players in. And this is a great experience for his young players. Again, Coach, you said it earlier, hostile environment. They get varsity minutes. The way they've been beating people this year, some of those guys may let them.
Or you see those people that lose, go 3-0 against Scotland and Madison Prep in 1 year.
Right.
It is a real deal.
This may be their year. St. Louis has been the thorn in their side over the last couple of years. McClain misses the 1-foot shot. Matthews gets the rebound, turnaround, 2 points. Much needed basket, but much too little too late for the Peabody Warhorses. Liberty Magnet will come into Alexandria, Louisiana, and get a very big win. 61-41. And guess what? They're going to get a lot of points off of this win because Peabody may go undefeated the rest of the district. And they're going to win no matter how bad we think they played tonight. They're at least a quarterfinal playoff team.
Like I said it all night and I'll say it again. I'm impressed with Liberty's poise. They maintain control of the game throughout and they close it out.
Hey, so I want to do this real quick. I want to thank my guy, Casey Appletree, Louisiana College, joining us for the final period after working hard, coaching his game tonight. He comes over here to the Emerald Palace to join us. Thanks to Derek Kirk. He is He is and has been a mainstay in Alexandria youth basketball. He does a great work helping these kids for the last 20 years or so. And thanks to the Peabody family, Coach Charles Smith, Assistant Coach Kendrick Smith, for having Off the Bench Sports here tonight. It means the world to me. My first game here at the Emerald Palace. I hope to be back here again real soon. Great atmosphere, great environment. Coach Casey, what you got?
I appreciate you having me on. You know, you do a great job of promoting, high school basketball around the state. And, I love getting to watch these games when I can't be here. And you do a great job. And I appreciate your friendship, man.
No doubt. Thanks, man. Coach Kirk.
I just want to say thank you to Mr. Grayson. I always have a good seat, but tonight I had a great seat. I appreciate the opportunity to bring this broadcast into you guys with him from the Emerald Palace, and I appreciate and look forward to more of his work.
Man, hey, we got a special broadcast of Off the Bench Sports Prep News tonight. Hey, if you're on YouTube, stay on there. We'll be coming to you real soon here. So, hey, be patient. Remember, get off the bench, get in the game, safe travels back to Baton Rouge for the Liberty Magnet Patriots and all their fans. I love you guys. And, hey, have a good night.